Hi guys. So ever since I was growing up in Texas, I have always dreamed of going to far off places and sharing the gospel on the mission field. And in the recent year or so, I had finally come to a place of believing that possibly Michigan was the most far off place I would ever be, and have really taken ownership of the Michigan mission field and recognizing that there is so much lostness and brokenness right here, and just wanting to see no place left in Michigan without the gospel. But I think maybe the Lord had some other plans, because as I was watching a special on the Mekong River last year, I was seeing the people all along the Mekong Delta in Southeast Asia, and just feeling such a burden for the lost people there, and asking the Lord, who will go and reach these people? And especially when I saw the people up in the mountains of Vietnam, I was particularly burdened for the lostness there. And I went on a trip just after I saw that special, like the very next week, down to see our family. And all my brothers and sisters were gathered together, and Ty, my Vietnamese brother, came, and he was sharing with us that the Lord had been speaking to him about going and reaching the Tay people, who are the people group in the mountains of Vietnam, largely unreached. They live in very remote jungle area. And Ty felt like the Lord had shown him that that was his mission, was to reach these people with the gospel. And of course, we all joined in and said, we are totally with you. But it was so exciting to know that the answer to my question, who is the Lord going to send to reach these people, was he's sending us. So Ty and I began making plans at the beginning of this year to take a trip to Vietnam and just kind of scout out the area. We didn't really have any connections there to speak of, but we figured once we went, the Lord would connect us with the right people, and we could pray and just kind of survey the area. But in the winter, one of my good friends, Tyler, he took a trip to Southeast Asia and visited Vietnam among 6 other Southeast Asian countries. And so when he came back, he began sharing with Ty and I all about his trip. And Ty and I had decided that June was the only time the two of us had free, that we could both go to Vietnam, if it could possibly even happen. Well, guess what? Tyler was going back to Vietnam in June to do a training there amongst pastors, both in the city of Hanoi and all the mountain pastors from the rural areas. And he invited Ty and I to join with him and go and help train. And I'm really excited about this trip for a number of reasons. One of them is that one of the believers, there's in the group of people that Ty and I want to reach, the Tay people, there is one believer who is coming to the training that we're going to be holding. The second reason I'm excited is because Ty's mother is going to be coming up from the city she lives in to join us at the training, and I'm really excited to both meet her and to just see what the Lord will do through the training in Ty's family. And then the third reason is because when I asked the leaders how would the Vietnamese people feel about me training as a woman, was that a cultural issue, or just I just wanted to find out what they thought about that. They actually were really excited about me coming, because they said largely the trainings have all been for men, and men are the ones implementing the evangelism and discipleship, and they really want to communicate with the pastors and their wives that the women have a part and can lead people to Jesus and make disciples. So they were excited to have me as part of the team to come and train. So that's just really, really everything I'm about is empowering people, men and women, to recognize that they can make disciples just like Jesus did, just like the early believers did in the book of Acts. So anyhow, I'm just excited to tell all of you guys about this, and I'm hoping you will be praying for me. I would so appreciate your prayers, and if you are able to contribute, that'd be a great blessing. It's quite an expense for us to go on this trip, but I will definitely be looking forward to sharing with each of you in person about the trip and the results of the trip. Love you guys.